Our next story is about a man. Not just any man, but one who owned a plane. Not just any plane, but an unassuming 1976 Cessna 180 single-engine plane. What did he do with this plane? Scale new heights, visit some tourist attractions, get an aerial view of his favorite city? No. He decided to go high up in the sky and stalk a woman. This is at least what reports are saying. This bizarre yet shocking story comes from New York. The subject of this outlandish story is Michael Arnold. He's 65 years old. Arnold is now being accused of a grave crime, one that is as creepy as it is bizarre. Reports allege that Arnold flew his plane high up in the sky only to stalk his obsession while she went about her day. He routinely flew his plane over her home for 4 years. An FBI agent says Arnold had been stalking his alleged victim for 4 years. Authorities in New York say that Arnold was spotted flying low over the alleged victim's neighborhood. It gets worse. His obsession wasn't just limited to admiring her from the skies, but also raining tomatoes on her. Yes, reports say that he threw tomatoes at her from the plane. Like I said, bizarre. His alleged victim says her family would be awakened early in the morning by the sounds of Arnold's plane. The plane flew so close to her home, she says, that windows and doors rattled. And occasionally he pelted her with tomatoes. The woman in question feared for her safety for a long time. It seems she was aware of the eyes in the skies. She knew who Arnold was. He was a repeat customer at the cafe she owns. Arnold denies all the allegations against him. He has told authorities that he had no contact with the woman whatsoever, and that if he had wanted to harm her, he could have done so very easily, but never did. Lucky for her, he only showered tomatoes on her, allegedly. Well, he did this for 4 years. Michael Arnold has now been arraigned on charges of aggravated stalking, violating an abuse prevention order, resisting arrest, impeding a public officer, and providing false information to the police. Arnold has now been released, but on certain conditions. He's not allowed to have any contact with the woman, his alleged victim. He cannot stalk her. He has to stay at least 300 feet away from her, her home and her business. And you know what else he can't touch? Any airplane. Arnold has been ordered by the court to stop flying any aircraft. Stalking a woman from the skies. If the allegations against Arnold are true, the story becomes not just bizarre, but a symptom of deviant human nature. An example of how obsession can go too far. We've seen cases of celebrities being stalked, dangerously so. Very recently, actor Drew Barrymore came face to face with her stalker. He was hiding in plain sight among the audience when the actor was on stage. He came up to her and introduced himself, demanding she meet her when she was in New York. She had to be taken off stage by her security. Singer and actor Selena Gomez had a more terrifying experience. Her stalker broke into the guest house of her Calabasas home multiple times. Gomez later put up the house for sale. Pop icon Taylor Swift's stalker sent terrifying letters to her father claiming he was going to kill her entire family. He was arrested in 2016. Actor Jodie Foster's stalker is perhaps the most infamous. John Hinckley Jr. was so obsessed with her that he followed her to Yale University when she was a student there, slipped messages under her door. His obsession grew after he saw the film Taxi Driver starring Foster. He grew obsessed with the disturbed protagonist who tries to kill a presidential candidate. And so, he attempted to assassinate President Reagan in 1981 to prove his love to her. He was later sentenced to life in a mental establishment. And these are celebs we're talking about who travel with an army of security. They have bodyguards around them. What happens to regular folk? You see, stalking affects millions in the United States alone, and this recent case should alarm us. There are stalkers who hide in plain sight, those who watch you from bushes. Some may stalk you on social media, but when a stalker watches you from the skies, what can you do? WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.